Okay, that was good. Let's try it again. Hey, can y'all hear me out there? Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Gentlemen, I would like to welcome you, and ladies, to the third out. Can I talk? Hold on, stop. Gentlemen and ladies, I would like to welcome you to the third annual Mastering Manhood Conference 2019. That's what I'm talking about. That's what's up. Hey, I want to say thank you guys for coming. My name is Josh Banks. I'm one of the conference organizers. Man, this has been a lot of fun, and every year it gets better. So we're going to start this year off right. We're going to do this little introduction video, and then we're going to get things rolling. So y'all stay tuned, because here we go.
T-minus 1 minute. T-minus 50 seconds. T-minus 40 seconds. T-minus 30 seconds. T-minus 20 seconds. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Wow. Once again, my name is Joshua Banks. I'm one of the co-founders of the Mastering Manhood Conference. We are so thrilled that you guys have decided to spend your afternoon with us and your morning. We promise one thing. This will be an experience that you will remember. And if you set yourself in the right mindset, you're going to get something that's going to change your life. Every year it never fails. It always something happens to me every year. It never fails. We meet somebody, you connect with somebody, and something happens and changes your life. This is an environment where something like that can happen. So I want you to get your expectations up high, because you came here for something. You're going to get what you came here for. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Is that all right?
Yeah.
Don't let me preach. I'm joking. Let me introduce our host for the afternoon. This man is pretty awesome. And so I'm going to bring him to the stage. My main man, Corey Tabor, is going to take over from here, and then you'll see me later. Give it up.
Good morning, brothers and sisters. How y'all doing today?
Great.
Everybody good?
Yeah.
Come on, are you good?
Yeah.
Man, it's crazy. In Texas, we always have a way of doing a call and response. It's like, even if you're not black in Texas, you get the whole call and response thing. Howdy! You know, people do that. I went to UT, so I don't hate Aggies the way the Aggies hate Longhorns. Have you noticed that? Just like that. Aggies hate Longhorns. You know, they do all this stuff here. You know, Longhorns, we just do our thing. You know, be positive about what we do. So, so excited to be here today, have an opportunity to host this conference today. I was here last year as a presenter in a workshop, and I'm just so excited to see what is happening through this organization, the Man in Me, and specifically the Mastering Manhood Conference. You will not regret the opportunity you had to be here today. When you leave here today, you will know that you are at a monumental experience. I want to give a shout out to the founders of this conference, Mr. Isaac Rowe, Mr. Joshua Banks, Mr. Marcus Briggs, These men have demonstrated consistency in investing in the lives of men in our community, and so I want to honor them today, and I'm sure we will recognize them again throughout the day. I want to encourage you today to think about this concept of being under construction. Has anybody here ever had a house built before? Anybody? What's the first thing they do to help you build your house?
Level it.
They clear land. After they clear land, what do? They pour the foundation, right? And I don't care how pretty your house is on the top. If you got a bad foundation, it's going to affect the way that the grass is laid. It's going to affect the cracks in your walls in 2 to 3 years. It's going to affect the whole experience that you have. And a lot of times we as men like to be like bodybuilders who have a big top and little legs. We want everybody to focus on our pecs. Everybody focus on our biceps. We do shots that are this way up. We wear pants that are baggy so don't nobody know our foundation is weak. And a lot of times that's real about men as well. We act like we got it all together. We act like we know what we're doing. We're walking around here with a bad foundation. So today I want to challenge you to ACE today. Everybody say ACE today. ACE. ACE stands for acknowledge where you are. Say, I'm going to be real with myself and not act like I'm somewhere where I'm not. Acknowledge where you are. C stands for consider where you need to go. And then the E stands for establish a next step. I want you to write in your book today one thing you're going to do differently because you've been at this conference today. Because if we come here, hear all this great information, and we don't do anything, we big on the top, little on the bottom. The reality is you can break a leg quick. You can break a hip quick. A lot of older people get sick and die after breaking a hip because their bones have gotten weak. And so it's your responsibility today to start adding to your foundation and ace this day. Acknowledge where you are, consider what changes need to be made, and then establish your next step. So I'm excited to have our first speaker today, Mr. Bavu Blakes. And he is an amazing young man. I'm going to read his bio for you today just to give you an idea of who he is. It says, deliberately walking through the intersection of hip-hop, education, and spirituality, Bavu Blakes is an educator of educators, a servant leader, and an award-winning musician whose studio collaborations include working with Grammy winners like Adrian Casado, Symbolic, Gary Clark Jr., and is that Illmind? Illmind. Blakes' research goals center around the various ways that the hip-hop generation leverages its resources for today's generation. His academic research has been presented at prestigious national conferences and for the past few years, and Blakes has spent a few of his classroom years researching how weekly student-driven assemblies affected the culture and climate of his middle school learning community before joining Austin ISD in his current role as a cultural proficiency and inclusiveness specialist. As a practitioner, Mr. Blakes is a curriculum and instruction specialist whose facilitation of teaching and learning via writing, reading, listening, and speaking extends beyond classrooms to out-of-school and after-school learning programs, school and community assemblies, district professional learning sessions, conventions, national education conferences, and concert venues, as well as workshops, events serving youth, men, teen families, and faith communities. Accordingly, Austin Mayor Steve Adler proclaimed April 23rd, 2015 as Bavu Blakes Day to a capacity crowd at City Hall. And so I want you guys to give him a warm Mastering Manhood Conference welcome, Mr. Bavu Blakes.
Good morning. You think I'm gonna let you sit way back there? And I'm gonna look at these empty tables? If you're under the age of 20, scoot up, please. If you're under the age of 30, scoot up, please. If you're under the age of 40, scoot up, please, until there's no more scooting to be done. If you're under the age of 16, 26, 30, 46, scoot up. I need to see you up front. I will go 56. What's up, Jax? So to build up, If you're born between 1965 and 1984, then I know how to communicate with you. I can just be like, the bill, build up, the build up. We'll work it out. So this morning is basically, it's not about patriarchy. It's not about hyper-masculinization. It's not about toxic masculinization. It's not about a monolithic view like one type of man, but it's about a build-up from the ground up. So if I say the build, I just need that up. The build. Up. And if I say build up, just repeat after me. Build up. Build up. We done. So, starting off, man, this is me looking like my kid. I want y'all to have a little bit of sympathy for me because it's September. On the 1st, I was married. On the 4th, my wife's birthday. The 6th is my birthday. The 22nd is his birthday. And today, the 28th, is my daughter's birthday. So tomorrow, I might need to give you my Cash App information. September is hard. You understand? But let me show you something else. I want to put a little challenge to you. Does everybody have pencil and paper, decent amount? So what I'll do is I'll ask you to work with like 2 or 3 other people. And the challenge is, there's a 12-letter word, conversation. I want to challenge you and your partners to come up with as many words as you can by using the letters inside of the word conversation. While you set up, I'll spell it for you. C-O-N-V-E-R-S-A-T-I-O-N. So with those 12 letters, look inside that word and see how many other words you can make out of just the letters in that word. Does that make sense, brother? All right, you got 3 minutes, go. At, that was easy. I, that was, yeah. Ant, good. Yeah, call out all the easy ones, L. Mess them up, L. He's 8. What you got? What? As, good. 2 more minutes, we're gonna see the biggest list we can find in the room now. On, in. Does anybody have 5, 10 words yet? 10, okay. Nose, good. Take it easy on sister, take it easy on him. Don't do him like that at the match, man. Don't do him like that. She's got about 90 seconds left. Star, that's good. 60 more seconds. Got about 20 left. All right, so let's count it up. Who has more than 20 words? You said you do, brother? Anybody have more than 25? Not even you, Jay? You have 20? That's respectable. Anybody have 25 or more? 25 more? Ooh. 30 or more? Okay, so 25. So what we just did, it's an example and it's a non-example, okay? It's an example because we're gonna work together and think through some things, right? In our time together and for the rest of the day. But it's a non-example because what I promise we won't do is we won't use conversation just to come up with a bunch of words. Does that make sense? Because that's the wrong kind of buildup. That's gingivitis. Bumping your gums. So we won't do that. Okay? So it's an example and a non-example. We will work together, but what we won't do is bump our gums. We're gonna make sure we get something out of our time together. Y'all with that? Y'all remember me? The build, build up. So a quick little disclaimer before we really get going. On the left side, you see these 4 quadrants? So anybody can tell you, Isaac can tell you, Alonzo can tell you, even Corey can tell you that I show up with the spikes in the bottom of my shoes and I start aerating the soil. I'm an agitator. That's the only way things come out of the wash, right? So that's me. So I start messing up the dirt, digging it around a little bit. The sun, the rain, those things happen on their own. You understand? But I just make sure it's broken up a little bit so something can sprout and pop up. But on the top left, if you way too like middle of the road, mainstreamish, you might not understand what I'm talking about. Adversary can just come take what's going down today. Top right, rocky type soil, you might get excited. Up, build up, right? But nothing's really gonna happen. It's gonna go away. Bottom left, thorns, too much going on. So the message, the value to you gets caught up, nothing really happens. But on the bottom right, these people are in here, and this is what I really came for whoever's gonna add value to, for whoever's gonna get that little piece that you needed and take it through the rest of your day. Because I've been here once or twice. Last year I was out of town, but I got a lot of value out of the sessions I sat in. It's my daughter's birthday, so I had to miss a lot of today. That's why I wanna make sure my time right now counts. So on the right, I'm gonna translate everything else I just said. In the words of J.O. Felony, I can give it to you, but what you gonna do with it? That's what it comes down to. So, this is me, and just to introduce myself briefly, my name is Bavu. I MC with the mind of a scholar. I'm a scholar with the mind of an MC. So if you know you got it, then what's better to give? Get ahead on your biz. How's better than if? We gotta pass down what we put together to kids. We invested in them, they need better to live. And we got all we need, so all excuses aside, it takes a man to provide, right? Who's ready to ride instead of playing Pinocchio, being nosy and wishing. Sometimes we open our eyes with no vision. Condemning ourselves, feeling depressed, even if you don't feel it yourself, really you're blessed. It's like we say we alive but can't breathe, believe in lies between the lines but can't read. Sometimes we hearing the message but can't do, complaining as if the solution ain't you. Think of eternity, spinning it beautifully, and if you blessed, what's better to be? So let's build. Now, I've been through some pretty interesting situations. Like you can ask these brothers right here. I spent years in middle school and never made it to 8th grade. True story, right? I've been a dropout before. I've been a terrible husband before, more of that in a moment. I've been in the justice system before. I've had to squat at somebody's crib for free for an extremely long time before. And this morning, I came up here with my wife's keys. So my daughter missed ballet, my wife can't run errands, and we got a birthday party this afternoon. So great or small, right? Failures happen. And I'm familiar with failure. Y'all know what I'm talking about? So the whole point that we came today is to embrace that and work through it. And we're gonna work on that framework a little bit, but let's go into specific detail about what it is we came to do. So if you don't mind, if I can read the light parts, and you can read the dark parts, and you can get past my abstract art looking slide, this is what we want to focus on for the next half hour or so. Okay? Y'all ready? So, y'all actually, let's switch it. Y'all read yellow, I'll read dark. Go ahead. Will contextualize needs of and requirements for the bill by engaging in honest reflection and dialogue. Now, tell me what you see. We got a foundation. There are buildings. Keep building up. What do you see? Talk to your neighbor. Figure it out. What do we see? Talk. What do we see? Talk about it. All right. Let's interpret it. What do you see? Make meaning for me. What is this? Say it again. How old are you? Why do you see a weak foundation, brother? Okay. You see a weak foundation, not what it should be. What else do we see? Yes. We're building up. We see tall buildings. What else do we see? Change. Say more, please. Say more, please. Okay. Where's the new, brother?
On the left.
On the left. Okay. What else do we see? Decay.
I just see that they didn't tear down the old, they just added value to what was already there and started building up.
Well said. What else do we see?
Contract. That building to the left is built up differently than this whole building on the right.
Yes. Yes. What else do we see? Yes. A building made of glass, a building made of wood. We see contrast, we see old, we see new, we see build up. I also see public school system. I should probably leave that alone, but on one side of the city I see, and on the other side of the same small town I see, but that's just me. So there's a lot of things we see, but I want you to stand up for a moment, please. Look around the room in detail. Eye contact and all of that. Look around the room. Look around the room. Keep looking. See everybody you can see. Who's comfortable doing that? Okay. So, does everybody in here look the same to you? Is everybody put together the same? Dressed the same? You think we've experienced the same? But we're together in the same place. Are there people in here who've been torn down? Are there people in here who've experienced failure? Okay, some of them just raise their hand. Are there people in here who have not experienced failure? When have you experienced failure, little guy? Yeah, he fell on the way in here. Y'all have a seat. So, my point of that is the vulnerability between us. We're going to be willing to be real today, because that's what it takes to build. Why are we here to build ourselves up? Why do men need to be built up?
Need to.
Why? We've been torn down? We've torn ourselves down. Some of it's our fault. Women can be built up too. If men aren't built up, what does that say about women? Yes, sir. That's right. Change and help each other out. What about here? What other reasons do we have to be built up? To protect our loved ones? Is that what you said? Absolutely. Absolutely. On the left side, Rhapsody. How many of y'all heard that album? Yeah. It's called Eve. Listen to it. it's a women's perspective, and then at the end it starts talking to men. And on the right, that's my parents' hometown, Baton Rouge. And this young lady was there for a friendly visit, looking real elegant, and she got caught up. It's a very dynamic set of pictures, right? But the point is, sometimes women are forced to tend to the future alone, yes? Yep. Sometimes they just want to. But regardless, without us in the picture, it's not a whole picture, right? So we don't want to intentionally or unintentionally leave women to tend to the world when we have a lot to offer. But that is not intended to be idealistic. So let's talk about this. Read that for a moment, please. Okay, third grade, read it real loud then. Sounds good. It's a beautiful set of words, right? Now, I need y'all to brainstorm on another thing for about 1 minute, unless you want to shout it out right away. You tell me. But what gets in the way of us building ourselves from the ground up? Pride.
Institutions.
Fear. Institutions. What else?
Knowledge.
Isolation. Distractions.
Lack of knowledge.
Ignorance. Lack of knowledge. Regret our past. I told you I've been in middle school a lot. I can hear a lot of things at once. Especially with this guy. Anger. Anger. Isaac Rowe loves anger. Frustration. What else? Selfishness. What else gets in the way? Food. Is that what you said? True story. Say more. Food gets in the way. Tell me about it. True story. Food can tear you down, right? What you're putting in. What did they say? Garbage in, garbage out? Anything else real quick? Say what? Resources. Blame. Laziness.
Shame.
Shape.
Shame.
Confidence. Huh? Strength. Weakness. Performing. Conforming. Low self-esteem. Turn you into a monster. The reality is, we got a lot of reasons for building men up from the ground up, yes?
Yes.
But the reality is, men still get broken down, yes?
Yes.
And I asked earlier, and it was like everybody's been through some type of failure that's broken us down, yes?
Yes.
So I got a serious question for you. And I want you to answer it as if you represent the whole room. Your tone, your volume, the way that you answer this question. You looked around earlier, you saw what was in the room. I'm gonna ask you one question, and you actually know what it is. Can I ask you one question? Yeah. Do you know that you are very strong? Yes. Do you know that you are very strong? Yes. Okay, so how are we gonna do this? First, let's think about blueprints. We talk about vision. We talk about design. Because the question back here is not, hey man, how you doing? The question is, how are you enduring? Yes? Yes? So let's talk about vision and design per a blueprint. We talk about your future, your legacy. Part of enduring, huge part of enduring, is the appreciation with which you said, yes, I am very strong. But beyond that, we got to see beyond whatever it is that we're struggling with. We got to see to the other side of the failure. Okay? Big part of the build up. Part of my legacy and my future right there. But when we talk about design, there's also a designation. Because what we're going to do today, we're going to be talking about you, but we're also going to be talking about everybody. Does that make sense? So these sessions are designed for you to have critical self-reflection inside. right? For you to reflect on a lot of things, including your mistakes, including your failures, reflect on everything you're learning, but also to connect to other people in a way that allows you to process it and hear things that you wouldn't have thought of otherwise. So there's a design to today's conference, and we need to roll with it. We need to embrace it. And if that requires vulnerability or looking at your own mistakes or looking at other people's mistakes and failures without judgment, just for the purpose of the build up. So design and vision to see past where we are now. And this right here, Austin ISD bought the Southfield building. Those blue sections on the right are called scaffolds. In education, it's whatever you need to learn what you need to learn, right? But today, the scaffold we're talking about is support. And that support comes from other people in the room. Am I making sense? All right, another part of endurance is going where the love is. Is there love in this room? We came for the build. Build up? So we're talking about scaffolds that give you support, and today, that's collectivism. That's wisdom from other people. That's strangers you don't know who you can give some hard dap to. Matter of fact, empty your right hand for a second. When I count to 3, I want to hear some hard dap in this room. You know that barbershop dap? Sometimes you don't even know where the spot is. It's pow, you know what I'm talking about? So I'll count down from 3, and then, have you found your partner yet? I'm counting down. I want to hear some, I want audible dap. Audible dap. Y'all ready? 3, 2, 1. Audible dap. Now find somebody else right quick. I'm counting down again. You ready for this one? 3, that's audible dap. 3, 2, 1. Audible dap. That ain't internet dap.
No emojis.
No emojis, no parentheses. That's not. So that's full blast dap. So the scaffold, right? And when you talk about men talk, you been to that? Scaffold. iDads?
Yeah.
Familiar with it?
Yeah.
Somebody talk about iDads for 20 seconds. Go.
A1 program, been doing it for a good minute. Ain't gonna stop doing it.
But you're not telling me what's being done.
Togetherness.
Tell me specifically, what is iDads?
Togetherness to men to talk about life.
Togetherness to men to talk about life. And that's a scaffold. Do you understand? There's also scaffolds that haven't been established, but they're here for you. And eventually you take it down, and if you don't do the build in the right way, then the build up will just come back down. So they're trying to repair this thing. It also reminds me of all those back to school drives. We feel real good, get all the supplies, the scaffold, yeah. You walk in there looking materially equal to the other students. But in January, just because I gave you a backpack and a box and some crayons or whatever, that don't mean you're learning. So where am I in January? Is the scaffold still up? Or is the student just, and I just feel good because I put something in your backpack? Am I making sense? All right, so scaffolds. Now, this one is a little deeper. Can I get somebody in 8th or 9th grade to read this out loud?
A man is worked upon by what he works on. He may curve out his circumstances, but his circumstances will carve him out as well.
Can somebody under 16 make sense of this? I have impeccable wait time. Can somebody under 16 interpret that? Not you. What do you think, Jay, Jax, Big Baby Means? What do you think? What do you think? Hmm? 17, close up. Okay. Okay. said. What you put in.
What you put in is what you get out. And even the problems that you face will determine how you are as well at the end of the day, but most of those problems, they make us stronger.
Can you pass it that way, to that table? Somebody at that table has something to add.
My opinion, I think that like, you know how men work at their jobs? They work and they get paid for like the fruit of their labor, and then like this song about carving out his circumstances, but like his circumstances will carve him out. That means like the stuff that he is like around, the people he surrounds himself with, the environment he is in, and like you said, the stuff he puts in is the stuff he puts out. Like what you take in is the stuff that you will like if you are receiving hate, or if you are in a bad situation where, like, let's say you're getting, like, picked on every day, chances are you're not going to graduate school, or chances are you're going to feel, like, a certain way, and then you're going to want to drop out. Like, that's an example. Another example could be, like, let's say you're not getting, like, what you want in life. Like, let's say you want to be somebody who makes a six-figure salary, and you're not making a six-figure salary, then you're going to feel a certain way, and then you're going to have, like, some kind of regret. Well, I should have studied in school. That's what that pretty much means.
So, Jay, what's our hope for today? Our work today? We here to work today? Is this the bill? What's the hope for today? What do you want to get out of today? Especially with them super clean shoes on, you look important. What'd you come to do in them shoes? What's happening today?
Mastering Manhood conference.
Okay, and what's your goal for today?
To get something out of it.
Such as a bagel, or what you trying to get?
What it's about.
What's it about?
What's your hope for today?
Learn how to build up.
Learn how to build up. Learn how to build up. Can y'all a little quick round of applause for the youth in the front? What's that say? Work. So today you're gonna work on yourself. It's gonna be inside out work. Don't do that. We're gonna go inside and we're gonna go out from there. So first you have to look at what you're thinking, right? And what's going on inside of you based on the workshops you attend, based on your experience, and then connect to other people. Ask questions. Pursue strangers. It's a community thing. The value is in all of the people in the room. The strangers and the familiar. What's that word? How about that one? From failure to. From mistakes. From things that we've done wrong. Of course we're going to learn whatever they have to give us in a session or whatever somebody might say on the mic, but at the end of the day, the learning is going to be reflective, critical self-reflection, like things that you've modeled before, things you've done right, the successes and the failures. But today we want to learn in a new way. And it's not the type of learning that we want an adversary to come by and just take, or for thorns to choke up and nothing grows. We want to be fertile soil, like open to the possibility of new things to bring it up. Because this is the build. Build up. Build up. What's that say? Grow. Say it again. Grow. Improvement. Huge. Huge. But part of growth is what? Y'all playing with me. Stand up again, please. Looking at somebody swole. How'd you get so swole? What'd that feel like? You have any children? You.
Yes, one.
What'd that feel like?
Oh my. 9 months growing, and then 18 years since.
Have you made it to the other side of a struggle before? What did that feel like? Awesome. What about when you were going through it? It hurt. So we're talking about growing pains. We talk about growth spurts. We talk about workouts. We talk about childbirth. In other words, with the growth today, if you experience pain, look around. Nobody in here is about to knock you or hurt you if you experience pain live in front of some other brothers that you know or don't know. You're in a brave place. I'm not going to call it safe, but we're going to call it brave. So everybody in here has the right and the freedom to be brave, yes? Yes. The build up. Build up. Build up. And who in here is stronger than a plant? So I got good news for you. Even a plant can take action to get what it needs to grow. Hopefully that makes you feel like super strong. You feel strong? And finally, succeed. What's that say? Succeed. 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 What's that mean? Finish the job. We got the foundation. What else does succeed mean? Where are Bible scholars at who can tell you about the successors of the, you know what I'm talking about? Not yet? Huh? Follow up. So succeed. We do not mean a destination. We do not mean a final point. We do not mean I gotta be. We do not mean a letter grade. We mean I've gotta be. Okay? So when we say success, we talk about aspiration. We talk about reflection. We talk about modeling for the next generation. We talk about basically the sum of everything else you saw. But let's just go to Webster's. Before they talk about an outcome, everything else before that says, you're coming next. There's an inheritance. There's a position or possession that's coming after something that was already there. Does that make sense? So our success today is about continuation. It's about a flow. It's not about an end point. It's not about a mama, I made it. It's about a mama, check this out. This is going incredible. I can't believe I got to this point. I can't believe this is happening. This is all new to me. So I want you to understand, from my heart to yours, that sometimes you got to go out of your way to get where you're going. Does that make sense? I lived it. I remember wanting to be the All-State man. Are you in good hands? Then I wanted to be like Stuart Scott. Then I got honest with myself. I wanted to be more like LL Cool J. And then I remember like a seed. That really I want to be more like, what's my man's name? On Higher Learning. No, not Ice Cube. I want to be that for a little while too. Practice, huh? Lawrence Fishburne on Higher Learning. Higher Learning. So how am I doing with that? Y'all feel the scholar MC? Y'all with me? Okay, this is the bill. The bill. Okay, so the sound of the cafeteria is filled up. The bill. The bill. What if a campus on the other side of the city could hear us? The bill. The bill. What if every college in Texas could hear us? The bill. The bill. Build up. Build up. How y'all feeling? Great. All right, who can summarize this session for me so I don't have to? I'm terrible at goodbyes. What are we talking about? You can? Go ahead. That's pretty good. Do you think you're strong, and are you stronger than the plant? What else? What just happened? What y'all? Give me some feedback. What'd you get out of this?
We all fail. Everybody in here has failed. Learn from it. And this is not a safe place, but it's a brave place.
Basically, what I got
It's all right.
transparency.
Transparency. Add on.
Transparent. You have to identify your weaknesses, your strengths. You have to learn how to depend on others. Transparent.
Your weakness, your strengths, your scars, your limp. Add on. I'm listening. I'm not paying any attention to time either, so let me know, brother. Oh, perfect.
Break down who you've been by yourself and build on what you could be with help.
Say that again, because it rhymed and everything. Joe B.
Break down who you've been by yourself, who you've had to be, and build on what you could become with help. Build on what's possible.
efficient, add on.
How are you enduring?
How are you enduring? How are you enduring? Can I go back to that for a second?
Endurance. Number one, find all the appreciation that you can, which is way more than you probably think if somebody's got to ask you that question. Number two, go where the love is. Number three, see to the other side of whatever struggle is in front of you at the time. And number four, stay solid. That's endurance. All right. Add on.
Go the distance.
Go the distance. Add on.
It's not just about a one-time experience, but it takes some work.
Process. Even success is an ongoing process. It's not the podium. Ask LeBron. Making schools, movies. Still married. Seems like it'd be hard to stay married. He did it. Add on.
Succeeding is passing the baton. Race is never over until you know.
Add on. We are experiencing collective wisdom to set the tone for the day. That's what we came to do. After all, this is
The bill. The bill. Build up. I want to hear more though. Add on. What happened? What we talking about?
Connectivity, just linking with other brothers and building a foundation together. You know how to do it on your own. The foundation built between people that's going through the same situations. You know, last been there, now that they're with, and you impart what you have.
That's it.
Bill.
Add on. I'm just opening that. Y'all the headlines. What we talking about? Yes, ma'am.
Be the foundation for someone else. Help them build their foundation.
Yes.
Gotta pass down what we put together the kids. We invested in them. They need better to live. And we got all we need.
What else? Yes.
Be honest with yourself about where you are.
Be honest with yourself about where you are. Say more, please.
Maybe sometimes that process. Maybe appreciating that process.
Nobody can accurately help you if you don't know where you are. You're not honest with yourself where you are in your life. No one can help you because it's not going to work.
Right. Right. Giving them that such and much version with all the veneer.
Right. Because if you don't get the truth as a foundation, then it's like if you're not honest with yourself to know what your foundation is, no matter what anybody does, it's just going to come down because you're not going to be accountable for like there's a reason why it's a failure.
That's why I asked you to look around. Today is not a veneer day. Today is a wood grain day. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Splinters.
What else?
It's not the stuff that like, it's not like, the mistakes that we made in the past, like when we're young, like we think that we know what we're doing, but like when we make mistakes, like we end up realizing that like, and it even applies to me too, like mistakes, we make, and you realize, man, my mom was telling me the truth, my dad was telling me the truth, and then like, it's not the past that defines you, it's how you change that defines you, it's what you learn, and your growth that defines you.
Okay.
Who's willing to change today? Let's take it home. The bill. The bill. The bill. The bill. Build up. Build up. Build up. Thank you, brothers and sister. Keep in touch.
Come on, put your hands together again for Mr. Bavu Blake. All right, now, we have an awesome opportunity right now to prepare you for these workshops that are about to come up. So I need all of the individuals that are going to be presenting the workshop to come on up to the stage. We're going to give you 30 seconds to pitch your workshop. You have an audience here that is going to make a decision about their workshop based upon what you say up here. Now, I spoke last year as a workshop presenter, and this pitch got me a whole bunch of people in my room. So figure out how you can concisely communicate what you're going to be talking about in 30 seconds. So we're going to start with the first group of presenters for the first session. There's 4 workshops in the first session, 4 workshops in the second session. And so you get to read the information that's available in the work in the program, but you can also hear what they have to say in the pitch. So we're going to start with Mr. Ricardo Zavala.
Good morning, fellas. Good morning. So I'm born and raised right here in Austin, Texas. And I'm one of the few grown men that still can say that here in this town. And I'm pitching to you to come to my workshop because my workshop is called Manhood is not checkers, it's chess. And it also goes with, and King Kong ain't got nothing on you. You ain't never seen that movie Training Day. I hope that you do see it because my workshop's gonna be about how what you see in front of you, you might see this man right here in front of you, but what you don't see is I got a master's degree and I graduated summa cum laude. And I went to Texas State University.
Cats.
Bobcats. And so what you need to see is that it's about chess, it ain't checkers. What you see right here, you might think I'm from the block, and I am. I'm from Dove Springs. I'm from the Fofo. But also, I got a master's degree. So you need to keep in mind, it's not about checkers, it's about chess. How you see things.
You graduated magna cum laude, I graduated thank you, Lottie. All right, next, we have Miss Leah Leon.
Good morning, good morning. Good morning. Oh, no. You get lots of energy for the other guys. I need you to say that again. Good morning. Good morning. That's what's up. All right, I've got 2 great reasons. It's not this accent, so don't come for that. First reason, if you were created by the Creator, all right? And I was made from your rib and delivered to you, then I don't know what else gives me authority to pour into you today. All right? Did you hear me? The second reason. Look around. He said, look around. I like that. There's only one woman on this stage. So if they invited only one, and trust me, Isaac Rowe vetted me like security. I barely got in here. And the only reason I did is because I have street credibility on the things I'm going to teach you today. So if you want to hear some biblical reasons why you are my hero, and you want to be poured into by a woman who knows what she's talking about, raised of an alpha male father and an alpha beta mother and 5 brothers, no sisters, and you want to be inspired from the authority of divine purpose that I'm here today, come to my session. Thank you.
All right. Next, we have Brother Michael Cox.
Hello. So you heard our open speaker talk about our pain. We've all been through pain and had difficulty. So I'm going to give you some very practical tools to identify what is that pain. When we relate to each other, my session is called Relate Strong. When we relate to other people, we do it oftentimes from a place of pain to self-preserve. In society, where we grew up, life around us has taught us what to do with that. I'm going to teach you to learn to go from pain to peace. How do I engage with individuals from a place of peace because of the truth of who we are? So you want to learn that? Come check me out.
And then for the first session, the last person we have in session 1 is Mr. Corey Jones.
What's going on, y'all? You want to come to my session? We're talking about the value of man. How many people in here want to be successful? Come on, who want to be successful? This is the thing. You don't become successful by chasing success. You become successful by becoming a man of value. And if you don't know what your value is, you will never be successful. All right? So if you want to learn how to be a man of value, how you fit into the world, then this is where you come to. Who's in school right now? Let me tell you something, fellas in school. School don't teach you how to be an owner. They don't teach you how to be a boss. They teach you how to be an employee. And I'm trying to change your mindset of how to be an owner, a boss, a full-time entrepreneur where you're making real money. Because you want to make money, right? Become a man of value. Don't chase success.
So session 1 is going to be loaded Locked and loaded. All right, here we go. Session 2 speakers are going to be available in the second session. Mr. Ronnie Washington.
How's everybody doing today? All right, so let me ask you a question. How many people in here either grew up or at some point in life experienced some financial struggle? Okay. Now, how many people here believe that as men, we are called to be the providers and protectors of our families? Okay, so in my session, we're going to be talking about some of those things, basic financial literacy skills that anyone can implement to make sure that you have your family, your children in position to where you don't have to struggle financially. And also to put yourself in a position to where you can begin to build generational wealth that you can pass down to generations. And let me ask another question. When it comes to financial success or stability in this country, what's one of the main things people tell you of how you can achieve that? College. So if you've been paying attention, the college is a tricky situation right now because the costs. Everybody's buried in student loan debts when they get out of college. So we're going to be talking about how to actually use college the correct way, where you can tailor it for what you need and actually graduate debt-free so you can leverage your college education to actually help build your financial success, your financial freedom. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Washington. All right, next we have Mr. Electric Leonard.
If you've ever struggled with being authentic around your friends and your family, they think you're one person, you're really a whole different person on the inside, I think you should come to my session. If you ever struggled with pain, you ever struggled with anger, lack of trust, if you ever been struggling with self-confidence and self-esteem is not intact. Because I strongly believe that you can't go to a destination until you actually find out who you really are. And we throw the word around, keep it 100, keep it 1,000. But I think if you can't keep it 100 with yourself, you can't move forward. So in my workshop today, I'm talking about how to tell you how to discover who you are and keep it 100 with yourself so you can move forward. Thank you so much.
Yeah. All right, and last but not least, Mr. Brian Gages.
Good morning, gentlemen. As I scan the room, I see a lot of men, but I don't see you guys wearing any dresses. I don't see you guys playing with Elmo dolls, Sesame Street. Why is that? Because it's not a part of your identity. My message is identity, purpose, function. And if you don't understand your true identity, your purpose will never be revealed. And if your purpose is not revealed, you will never know how you function. In my session, we're going to talk about identity of manhood. And we're going to get you right. We're going to get you tightened up. A lot of times we think this about men. We're supposed to be this because society told us this. Or our culture told us this, so we do this. But we never question anything. So in my session, we're going to question some things. And we're going to lead you to a type of a self-discovery. Not going to be able to do it all today, but we're going to lead you in the right path. And at the end of the day, you're going to have a better sense of who you are. Thank you.
One more. The one and only, Mr. Isaac Rowe.
How many of you have been angry in your life? Raise your hands. Okay. How many of you have been like for real angry? Like for real? To the fact that you love it? Oh yeah, I wrote a book called I Love Anger. Like love this type of anger. My session is still angry. Some of us still angry about some things. Some hidden things, some roots that we haven't really dealt with. So we're gonna talk about anger and be able to identify what that root cause of that anger is. I'm not gonna paint no pictures, no fancy ponies or do anything like that, no fluff. This is hardcore. So not everybody might want to be in this session, but this is a real session. There will not be any photography, no filming, nobody. Once that door shuts, it's just me and you. Just me and you. So you have that opportunity right now. You can stop lying to yourself now. Telling yourself you're still good, and you're not. I did not come to play. I did not come to play. My life has been hell. Some of you may have experienced that. But I came to disrupt your life and also give you life. Still angry.
All right, so you have the locations on in your workbooks, in your programs. I want to encourage you again, acknowledge where you are, consider where you want to be, and establish your next steps. We're going to head out to the first set of workshops now, and then we'll let you know we're going to transition from workshop 1 to workshop 2. We're going to head to those workshops now.
I can't believe you did. Hey, what's up, man? What's going on? Smile again.
Thanks for your input, man. Appreciate that. Appreciate that.
What?